This next one is a big misconception that I see. We actually made a video on this that went kind of like semi-viral a few years back, but I wanted to provide a little bit more color on this because I think by looking at some of the comments, some of the people got kind of like lost in there. And so this does not automatically remove, paying off a collection does not automatically remove a collection off of your credit report. I'll say that again. Paying off a collection does not automatically remove a collection, a charge off, a bankruptcy, a repo, insert credit card, loan, student loan. It does not automatically remove it from your credit report. This is like, I know this is a weird analogy, but I love fitness analogies because obviously we're all mind, body, spirit, right? This is like checking your blood right after working out and then thinking that if you suffered from hypertension or if you suffered from, diabetes or have a bunch of sugar, that all of a sudden it's just magically gone, right? It's a process. It's a process. The inverse of that is like this is like checking your blood after having a big old slice of cake. Probably not the best time to do it, right? And so you would need what's called a pay for deletion agreement. A pay for deletion agreement or pay for delete agreement, the other way you said, is going to allow you to have a contract set up with either the original creditor or at this point the collection company, if that's the route that you wanted to take. Although you're able to remove it without having to pay for it. I'm just saying for those of us that want to pay for this stuff, right? This is going to allow you to get it removed off of your credit because now there's an agreement. So if I send you $500 and let's say the total debt was $1,000, but we agreed $500 not to settle, a $500 for a deletion, then when you go to look at your credit the following month, that collection should come off of your report. If not, you can go ahead and file the dispute against it based off of the evidence that you have, which is the pay for delete contract. Collection, the second time or the second way that this can happen is collections land outside of the statute of limitations. That's the other way. So if maybe you're in a state where a collection shouldn't be there, it's been over 5 years and it's still reporting, then at that point you can go ahead and start or continue the dispute process. No, that's not going to start the clock over. That's how you would want to do it. Whether it's a factual dispute or some people like Metro 2, or if you're making a complaint with the CFPB, whatever that is, that's the route that you would want to take. You end up, if you decide to pay for this and you don't take the proper steps, you end up with what's called settled for less than on your credit profile. Now, there's two schools of thought here that I want to share with you. Number one is if it's settled for less than, we're seeing that some people, not all, this is again case by case, are still able to get access to personal and business credit lines because some underwriters are saying, okay, it's settled for less than, that debt's already been over 4 years, and so it doesn't carry as much weight as maybe a brand new collection that just hit the account. We'll go ahead and approve the file. The second route, or the second thing that happens though, is that some underwriters, especially like if you're buying a home, especially with the mortgage, they don't want to see for settle for less than, especially if your DTI is like right there. And so sometimes they would actually want that off of your credit profile completely. And so this is why I mentioned just because you made a payment to a collection or just because you made a payment to, bring the account back up to date, that doesn't necessarily make that go away. You also have to take additional steps to get it removed off of your credit profile.